Welcome to Lair the Alchemist, where we discuss all things heavy metal and hard rock. On today's episode, why I do not think there will be a CD revival. I'm seeing more and more videos saying it's coming, fasten your seatbelts, the CD revival is just around the corner. And I will admit that there does seem to be some renewed interest in CDs, but I just do not think that there is going to be a CD revival or return to CDs the way we had with vinyl. Now, a couple things. I realize that for a lot of people, they never left CDs. CDs is still their main format for listening to music, and I can certainly understand that. I can't argue. We can make a vinyl versus CD video. I'll make that at another time, but I could totally understand how someone can enjoy collecting CDs and having that as their main, way of listening to music. The other thing is I'm going to make another video of why I think there should be a CD revival. So this is kind of why I think there shouldn't be a CD revival and why I don't think it will happen. But I'm going to make another video, sort of a counterpoint to it, of why I think CDs should come back. All right, so this is why I don't think there's going to be a revival. I don't think they should come back. All right, number one, at this point, there's no real sound advantage. And what I mean by that is that you can now, more and more of the streaming platforms are offering lossless. You've got Tidal, you've got Apple, which is what I use now. I used to use Spotify, now I have Apple. And there's Amazon Music HD. There's more and more ways to get lossless streaming. So if you're on your Wi-Fi, if you're hooked directly into your phone, you're not using Bluetooth, you're getting CD quality. There's no advantage to having this CD. Factoring out how you're listening to it. Maybe if you've got a really great CD player, but you're listening on a junky old phone, well, okay, maybe there's something there, but we're not talking about equipment here. We're just talking about you're getting CD quality out of your phone with the proper equipment, and there's no difference between that and a CD, whereas with vinyl, you are getting a different sound. You can argue it's better or worse, but it's different, and you can't get that pure analog sound through streaming. You can get a lossless quality now through streaming, and we're on the verge, really, another audio milestone, and I think they're pretty much there already. I think this already exists, is lossless Bluetooth. Lossless Bluetooth, I think, is going to become more and more common. There was a point in time where streaming lossless was unheard of. They didn't think they could pull that off. Now you can do that. Next thing is going to be being able to stream wireless, lossless, and not have any quality drop off. In my opinion, that's going to be one of the next big audio things. All right, so that's number one, why I don't think CDs will have a revival. There's really no sonic advantage at this point, unless you're somebody who is not streaming lossless. If you're streaming lossless, there's no advantage. Okay, number two is the covers and the booklets. Now, some people, when I do my positive video, maybe this will be in there. I don't know, you gotta wait and see. But for me, the covers, the booklet covers are so small. This is me being an old guy. I just cannot, even with my glasses on, I can't read this microscopic print. So you're not getting the nice, big, frameable artwork that you get with vinyl records. So I don't think there's anything really particularly exciting about the smaller artwork on the CD covers is going to make somebody say, I'd rather have the cover in a smaller form like that. I just don't think that there's an advantage to that. And again, if somebody may say, well, when you're listening to music on your phone through streaming, well, I stream through my television too into my stereo losslessly, a lossless setup, and it shows on the screen, the cover of the record, which is bigger than a normal 12-inch vinyl record. So I'm able to see the cover in a high res form, you know, bigger than what I would even get on an album. So to me, I just don't see anybody saying, yeah, I prefer the tinier size album covers. Okay, number three, it is too soon. CDs, although no one can possibly argue that CDs are as popular today as they were in 1995 or 2000, CDs are still out there. It hasn't been that long. It's not like vinyl. Yeah, people were still making vinyl through the 90s, but for most purposes, it had disappeared in the 90s, except amongst collectors and stuff like that. For mainstream people, you couldn't find, it was hard to find vinyl. It was a limited kind of collector type of thing. CDs never really completely went away like that. You could say like now that, I mean, you can't walk into any, I mean, Walmart has some CDs. Best Buy, I don't think has any anymore. I mean, unless you go to a mom and pop store that might have some CDs, you know, you can't find CDs at any kind of mainstream places. You know, maybe you go to a truck stop gas station might have, you know, greatest country hits or something CD at the counter you can buy for $2 or something. But you know what I mean? It's you know, CDs, you can't find them in most mainstream places, but they also haven't been gone that long that I don't think there's the nostalgia quite for them yet. Although I think it's starting to kick in. Again, I keep seeing these videos pop up like CDs are back, the revival's coming, and all these people sort of getting nostalgic about CDs. And I think that that's how it starts. It goes away for a while. People walk away from it, then they come back to it and they're like, whoa, you know, the memories they have of buying CDs and all that kind of stuff. But right now, I think it's too soon. Okay, number four for me, and this is sort of an audiophile thing. This is a personal thing for me. You hear me talk about the loudness wars all the time. Check out my loudness wars video on the channel. It's basically where people take the music, crank it up so loud that the dynamics get compromised. You get clipping and distortion and noise. And a big chunk of the CD era, the time that CDs have been around, the loudness wars has existed. It really started kicking in the late 90s to 2000s. It was completely out of control. So many CDs are ruined from that. I think that's a big turnoff for audiophiles. So whereas audiophiles pursue vinyl for the sound quality, because so many CDs have been ruined because of the loudness wars, audiophiles are going to stay away from a lot of CDs because of that. And that's going to hurt the chance of CDs having a revival. All right. And last thing is the last point why I don't think there'll be a CD revival is there's a lot. I couldn't read my handwriting on the paper here. I'm looking, I'm going, what the heck did I just write? There's like where I live in Tampa, there are just a ton of record stores. I mean, you can spend 2 days just driving around between Tampa and St. Pete and all that. There's just a ton of record stores. And all these places have invested a lot of space in vinyl. They may have CDs, and a lot of them do now, but they're not going to give up that vinyl space. I can't really see right now a store opening up where the majority of the store is CDs. Maybe these exist out there. Let me know in the comments down below if there's a store where you are that carries more CDs than they do vinyl. It is the opposite here. It's the majority vinyl. They maybe got a little spot in the corner for used CDs, or the used CDs are mixed in kind of somewhere, but 85–90% of the stores are full of vinyl, new and used vinyl, and I don't see the stores switching over, and I don't see there being enough demand for it that somebody could open up a store where more than 50% of the store is used CDs. Again, I think it's too soon. Maybe it'll come to that point at some point in the near future. I don't know, but right now I just don't see it happening, and because of that, I think that's also going to prevent CDs from having the revival. Whereas now you drive around where I am and it's, there's, records, Planet Planet Records, Record Revival, Record Mania, you see all these things. I just don't see that yet. Somebody having a CDs are back, or something like that, the CD warehouse. There has to be somewhere named, and if they have that name, there's a place in Orlando, Park Ave CDs, but 95% of the store is vinyl. It's just because they were around forever and that's the name of the store and they didn't want to change it. So, all right, there you go. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Give me some reasons why you think CDs won't come back. This video is for why they won't come back. If you want to put your reasons why you think they will, put them down below. I'm going to be making another video telling you why I think CDs might make a comeback, okay? So don't get mad at me about this one. I am going to come to the defense of CDs in the next video. All right, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Till we see you again, make sure you rock hard, ride free.